Hey guys, and today we are going to be critiquing VK cubes 2x2 solves. So let's begin. So without any further ado, let's begin. So the scramble will be on the screen now. So for this scramble, you use CLL and you did the white layer. And there are also many options here. So if you do red, then it gives you this bad CLL. If you do yellow, then it'll again give you the same thing as red only. Then next up, if you go for red, then if you go for orange, then it will give you the same thing as what you got on white. So basically white was the good suggestion, and like I saw in your solve that your recognition of white is better. So how you solve this is something that even I would do, especially in the situation. You made your layer up like this, you did a U, and then you paused here for 1 second on a really easy CLL case where these two are matching and these two are adjacent. So and you paused here and then you recognized it and executed your alg. But however, your recognition was extremely bad, and like this solve could have easily been like a 1 if you would have like no need to even like one loop the entire CLL case, but just to recognize what it's going to be generally on the top. So by doing an R2, this piece moves up to here and this piece comes up to here like so. Then doing U will bring this here, put this here, and just cycle around everything clockwise. And then just doing a U and R prime. It's a soon from the back. So even like if you did that, you could actually recognize it. So I would recommend you work on your recognitions, cause if you mess up on such easy CLL cases, you will have a really hard time getting fast. And there's actually also an alternative solution to this scramble, which I'd like to show it to you now. Now since you're also an Ortega solver, you didn't notice that there's like a one move phase, and you also didn't notice that it will solve this on top. And actually I would recommend if you're using Ortega, you should go for this scramble, cause it will just give you this case like that, and it's just like one move, so like face on the bottom and also a face on the top. So you could have also gone into this like that. However, CLL wasn't bad, and I feel that both the solutions were equal. The good thing I noticed in this solve is that your finger tricks were actually really good and advanced. So for your F moves, you use your index finger to do F moves, and also for your layer to finish it off, you did U also with your index finger. So I would say that I'm actually quite happy with your finger tricks, and that's actually a really good thing. I'll be actually moving to the third solve, because I think you actually miscrambled on your second solve. So the scramble will be on the screen now. So for this scramble, you did the white face. Now the blue face I think is also actually quite good, but after some experimenting, I think that the white wasn't really bad. So how you really solved it was actually the most efficient way, I would say. So you put this here, did a U, and then put this in the back, which gave you this case. Now here you did it lefty, so you really wouldn't sure that you should do it righty or lefty, so you just did a U instead of like doing a U2. So here I would recommend that you try being like sure of what moves to do, because it's better that if you like use less moves for 2x2, and you should like not really waste a lot of moves and use a lot of moves. So anyways, you went with this, then you did this lefty alg, and then like luckily if you do this alg, like you get like a diagonal swap on both the top and bottom, and the good thing is like both of them are aligned, so like the moment you do R2 F2 R2, you should be done. The problem which I found here is first of all on your OLL, and then also like after doing this algorithm, like after doing alg, you paused here and then you went to do this alg. This is something I recommend improving on, and some recognition tips if these like if you see any diagonal pieces on any like two of the sides, three of the sides, like most of you'll see it on the two of the sides. And also like try keeping like, but like for cases like where the bar is like on the bottom, like you should be able to keep track of that. So like without any hesitation and being confident, you should have straight away gone into it like that. So you could have taken advantage of this, but you struggled a bit. And now let's go into the good things about the solves. So some good things about the solve is your overall execution. So I noticed that your overall execution was really fluid, as well as your face execution, and also like overall your executions were fluid. But something that stopped the whole solve from being fluid is most of the recognition on like a really easy case. Also something I noticed is that you don't really have control over your turning on the cube. So either your cube is too fast for you, or either you have some trouble turning. Also I noticed that your turning style is not like you just turn like relaxingly like this, so you don't really have control over the whole cube. You just, for example, now if I want to do an PVL, so it's like this, but like I'd recommend that you just go into full speed like that, having control over the whole cube, with your fingers being in all positions to do any moves that you want to. So that's it for the third solve. So moving on to the fourth solve, Scramble will be on the screen. So this is how the fourth Scramble looks like. Actually the third one, because not the second one. So your solution was also something that I would do. So how you did the yellow one, the yellow layer. So how you did it is also the finger tricks you used were not. They were actually quite good, but the way I would do it here is I would flick with my left index finger, bring this down with my whole hand, then again do a U prime with my lefty index finger, do this and flick again. But I think the way you finger tricked it isn't bad either, and I think it's a fairly equally good way of finger tricking the layer. So then on to your what do you say, OLL, because you didn't do OLL, you didn't do CLL for this, you just did the OLL. So here one bad thing I noticed is that you paused and you were quite unsure, so you hesitated like this and then you went into your OLL. But so first of all, you just immediately as you see a case and you recognize it, you should like immediately execute it without thinking much. So your finger tricks for this was also quite good, like that, because obviously those are like the fastest and the best finger tricks you can do for L case. Then you got an adjacent swap, so you did the J-palm for that, like this. For a faster J-palm I would recommend is this. So that's it for that Scramble. So let's move on to the last Scramble. So your solution for the Scramble is that you did the yellow face, and how you did it is you did a U prime, did a R, U to a prime, and then solved it, so everything diagonal on the bottom. Then you just went into a soon, and lucky for you it gave you a diagonal swap. So your solution wasn't really that bad, but actually after experimenting I have like a lot of brief explanation to do on the solution. Okay, so the first thing that I like to go with is that you could have actually got like a 2 on this Scramble, so like until in the same place. So if you can actually one look the OLL on top, so if you did this, so R prime U to R prime, so R prime will bring the this piece here and this piece here, U2 would just do it, and from this you can easily recognize your soon. So you can just cancel. So like if you inspect it a bit more, then it's very easy to recognize. So you can just cancel into this, and then from before, like, you know, orienting everything, you already know it's a diagonal swap, so you can straight away cancel into this. So this could have actually been a really good solve. I also have another alternative for this. So here is the big thing I'm talking about. So instead, it looks like you only paid attention to this yellow half made face, but something really important you missed out if you had inspected more is you could have done the green layer in lesser moves, and this solve could have been really good. So not really the layer but the face. And how you could have done it is by putting this here, doing a U and then an F. Then you could have just done this. I did lefty, we could have also done righty. And then you have this PBL case from the back, so you can just do this. Now I would actually give a slight edge to the green face solution, because the green face, first of all, it actually had a less move face, and also there was no need to one look, because even if you didn't one look, it was quite obvious because the case was really easy. And also if you ran into like not really a good but also not really a bad PBL, the classic one, and like if you executed it, you would still not get really any EMF. So I recommended you go with that. But at this level, I assume you can't really one look the entire solve, because using Ortega it's harder to one look the entire solve with Ortega. But still look for things that are more easier and have a lesser move count. But still the good thing here is that even that your finger tricks have always been quite good. Your turning is really smooth and fluid, but the choppiness, it ruins it a bit. Choppiness in your solves, the pauses, the unsureness ruins it. Also the yellow layer could have been solved in another way, but it didn't really end up with lucky cases, so it's good that you didn't go for that. And also yeah, that's like basically something I'd like to say. Your yellow layer, like basically like you had to do things like this, which leave you in an awkward position, and then you had to regrip and do a soon or something. So I hope that these critiques helped you. I will be making more future critique videos, so hope you stay tuned for them. So see you in another video.